Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Taurus. Welcome to the table, Taurus. I have pre-shuffled these cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'll be using a 10-card spread with 5 cards along the top row and 5 cards along the bottom row. I'll be talking about each one of those cards as they come out and then overlaying them with a second deck of cards, and once again I'll be talking about those cards as well. The crystals have been in their salt bath and the foliage and fruits are from my garden. I hope you enjoy them. Okay, let's begin this reading. We have the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, the World. On the bottom row we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, the Devil in reverse, and the Emperor. I'll show you the bottom of the deck first and then I'll take a look. Okay, we have the Tower. Well, you've got some very powerful cards here on the table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 major arcana, Taurus. So this actually looks quite powerful, and it looks like something actually, none of this you can avoid. This is just your life moving on to a new cycle. Very, very powerful energies coming in towards you. So we start your reading with the Two of Wands. And as you can see, she's trying to conjure a little bit of magic here on the earth. And perhaps trying to decide which way she's going, but she is trying to actually manifest and to create. So she's taken a little step further forward than, say, the Ace of Wands. She's actually now grabbed hold of these wands and she's trying to put things into place. So she's trying to bring about a project or a change in her life. Something that you've engaged in, you're actually trying to move forward with that. Is the Page of Wands. Is this very young and enthusiastic energy, trying to pull down the energy from the cosmos. Now this is often sexual energy as well, so it can be sexual exploration of, say, a teenager or somebody who's just reached sexual maturity and wishing to explore that part of their life. But it's very much about pulling down the energy of the cosmos, being able to use that, to utilize that to create and manifest and to grow and to build something. So there's this desire to build something and to create something. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So change is coming your way. The wheel is turning in your favor. This is quite a favorable card. It means that the world is turning in your favor. So if you've been feeling a little bit stuck and perhaps not able to move forwards, then I think there will be some changes soon. Here we've got the Star in reverse. It's a beautiful energy. What a powerful card. It's showing you that there's divine and cosmic assistance coming your way. It's in the reverse aspect, so perhaps you don't believe in that, but perhaps I suggest to you that if you could consider that the universe is able to provide things for you and able to help you on your way, you may be better equipped to move forward through the next phase of your life. Here we've got the World. This is a very, very powerful energy. This is showing me that you are moving on from a situation. You've completely manifested everything that you can from one cycle. You've used everything you can that was given to you, and you're now moving on. So this is kind of like a rebirth or a reawakening, so this can be this cosmic awareness. It can be a spiritual journey, but something that you have been able to understand or grasp, and it's kind of allowing you to expand into the next realm. So you'll be expanding into a new world. As you can see, she's sort of standing there. So this is some sort of enlightenment, a moment of enlightenment. Perhaps you've just reached a certain level of maturity, and it can be spiritual maturity as well. Here we've got the Ten of Ten of Swords in the reverse. First thing I was getting with this card was a sense of somebody being adept at yoga, and somebody who was very this is often referred to as a painful ending, and that could be because you need to look at the mirror image of yourself, which is not always very comfortable. But in this case, all I was feeling was yoga. So somebody perhaps on a spiritual quest, on a yoga mission, somebody who has been delving deep into aspects of their body and the meaning of life, and things like auras and meridians and those sorts of things. So, you know, acupuncture, crystal work, aura work, all of that kind of thing. That's the sort of energy I'm getting from that card. It's in reverse. So I'm not entirely sure why that's in reverse. I'll leave that for the time being, because the next layer of cards sometimes clarifies. Just like the star being in reverse, they're a little bit unusual that they're in reverse. I'm getting a feeling that perhaps you've tried these things and you weren't initially happy with them. I'm not entirely sure. Let's keep going. This could also refer to spiritual drumming, spiritual singing, chanting, any one of those things. Queen of Wands, somebody who's very powerful, able to manifest. Now this is again very much like this drawing down energy from the cosmos, but in this case the Queen is able to draw that down successfully. She has a very large wand, totally in command. Pardon me. And she's very confident. As you can see, she's strong, she's confident, she's powerful. She understands what she needs, she understands what she needs to do, and she understands how to go about it. So this is quite a powerful energy. And as you can see, she's well grounded on the earth. So she's able to, she's not airy-fairy or floaty. This is somebody who is well connected with the earth and understands exactly what she needs to do. Here we have the Hierophant. So this can be a spiritual teacher or a guru. It can be a period of searching for enlightenment, as you can see by the aura here. So this is more of a spiritual card, telling me that the Wheel of Fortune above is also part of, you've got circular energy here on the Queen of Wands, on here, and here on the Hierophant. So this is part of this circular movement, again from the world, this circular movement. So I think this is this well-rounded, rebirthing, reawakening movement that's coming your way. So, pardon me, I've got a bit of a cold. And as you can see, I think there this spiritual wisdom is reaching you. So that is a very nice energy. Here we go, they've got the Devil in reverse. So it looks like you've been able to let go of something that wasn't good for you, something that was holding you back. Pardon me while I take a drink. Again, I brought some leaves onto the reading, and whenever I bring leaves in, I can smell the aroma from the plants just coming off the leaves. So this is something you've released, which is rather good. So whatever was holding you back, or where you were expending too much energy, that's gone. You've let that go, which is wonderful, wonderful energy. So that's good. And perhaps this was an answer to prayer, that you put in some real effort and used your inner strength and your higher, let's say your higher good, or your angels or your guardians. You've called them in to help you on that quest to get rid of this attachment or negative expenditure of energy. You've got the Emperor, a very powerful card. Now I don't know if this is you, but in which case somebody who has full control and mastery of the situation, or this could be somebody coming towards you. It's pointing he's pointing forwards in this case. So I do think you will be the architect of your future. You've finished this cycle, and I think you are going to be in full command of your future. You are going to take control of any situation. You're not going to allow others to control you. You're just going to go forge ahead. Pardon me, this leaf is particularly powerful. I think it's a maple, and all I can smell is wood. So it's very aromatic and very strong, and it's just that leaf. Okay, let's clarify these because you've got the Tower. So drastic change. I really feel drastic change, and again, whenever I see this card, I think of this person meditating. Something has hit. This is why I talk about this meditation, this sense of meditation, calling in your guides. Again, this sense of meditation, yoga, are very much getting a strong sense of whoever this reading is for, and it certainly will not apply to every Taurus person watching, but for those of you who've undertaken this quest of meditation, perhaps even doing astral travel, flying, exploring, you are having a massive change here in your life. So, but it's a very good change because here you are in this very powerful position. So well done, you Taurus. It takes a lot of hard work to get to that level. But it may still be a little bit of a shock because it takes some time to vibrate at that next level of energy, and to maintain that is quite difficult. But it looks like you've got a good grip going on here, so you've got all plans for the future, and I think you'll be able to. He's also wearing, as you can see, a wreath that indicates victory, and the World card also wearing a wreath. Now I'm not quite sure whether they're flowers or victory, but either way, a wreath always is a symbol of victory. So well done, you Taurus. Whatever you've been putting your energy in and the hard work that you've put in, I think it's paying dividends. These cards have also been well shuffled, but I'd just like you to see that I'm shuffling them. Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the Devil. So you've got the Devil twice. So earlier on it looks like there was this attachment, but it looks like you've let that go, so that's good. Six of Swords, Five of Cups, Seven of Wands in reverse, Knave of Cups in the upright position, Ten of Pentacles in the upright position, and the Lovers in the reverse position. I'll show you the bottom of the deck. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Pardon me, so on top of the Two of Wands you have the Ace of Cups. So a new opportunity for love coming in, or a new way for you to be able to express your love. Perhaps you've opened your heart and you are now ready to engage and meet people at a different level, or this is a new opportunity for love coming in towards you. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Not having the balance right initially. So as you can see, when it's in the reverse position, that means the balance is not right. There is normally a set of scales here. That's the balance between giving and receiving. Perhaps you've still need to address that. Don't overgive. Okay, look after yourself first and only give. As you can see here, the mother cat, I assume this is mama cat, she has two bowls here for her fish, for her kittens, and she's handing one fish out. She's not necessarily handing out all of the fish. Ten of Cups, happy days ahead. That's lovely, and it means that you've been through some difficult times, because this card is always a signifier of some troubled times that you've had before. So the Wheel of Fortune is bringing you into happy times. Wonderful. Here you've got the Devil. So that was on top of the Star card, which looks very much like, as I said, that you may have called in your guides, your angels, or your, let me see, your fellow man to help pray and guide you through a difficult period. Six of Swords, definitely moving on to better times, so that's wonderful. And that's the World, the closing off of the World. Pardon me, I've got another cough. Excuse me, I've got my first winter cold. For those of you luckily moving into spring in the Northern Hemisphere, we're doing the opposite, so I've got my first cold. Five of Cups in the reverse position. So any difficult times, leaving those behind, any grief, any sadness. It looks like you're overcoming that, and that can be quite difficult. That is, it can be a bit of a long road. Depression, sadness, grief, disappointment, all of those things. Somebody letting you down, that can be quite a painful experience, so that could take longer than you think, or it may have already taken longer than you thought it would. But you are making progress, so that's good. Got the Seven of Wands. This is defensive behaviour or standing up for yourself, knowing exactly what you want. As you can see, he's got a strong baton there. He's got a long baton. He's quite capable of defending himself. When you want something, you're quite capable of defending yourself. You're now the Queen of Wands. So woe betide anybody who tries to challenge you and say to you, I'm sorry, I think you're doing it the wrong way. Looks like you're certain of what you're doing and you will defend your position. So by all means defend your position. You don't need to take the prods and snide remarks that other people make towards you, or people that challenge you. If you know what you want, just stick to it. Got the Knave of Cups. So again, this is this love energy coming either towards you or something that you're seeking. Very desirous. So the Knave is the Page of Cups. Okay, this can be an apology, but it's also somebody youthful or young, a young energy, so shall I say, a young energy, somebody with not a lot of baggage behind them. It's either a declaration of love. You've got the Ace of Cups here, so you're ready to receive this declaration of love if someone comes in. It's under the moon, so be careful that you are sure of what they're saying and that you're not just wishful thinking. Do you know what I mean? I always say words are cheap, so be careful that you aren't listening for the words of love when that's what you want to hear. It may not be quite true, but I'm only saying that because it's under the moon, and that could be part of this wishful thinking. Ten of Pentacles, so you've not only got the Ten of Cups, but you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is wonderful energy. This is security around you, having sufficient funds to perhaps retire or to build a future. So this is very secure. This is usually associated with money, with family. So it looks like you're in quite a secure position, which is very, very nice. Now you've got the Lovers in the reverse aspect. This is really difficult to talk about here because it doesn't seem to... It almost doesn't make sense with the rest of the reading, and particularly not on top of the Emperor. Now the Lovers can also be a balance of the subconscious and conscious mind, this wonderful union sort of. So that's that inner strength that you get when you're really self-assured and really confident. It's in the reverse aspect. This can also be a soulmate connection, somebody that you are very committed to, and actually in this case it feels very much like a long-standing marriage perhaps, and it's in the reverse position. A long-standing, passionate commitment, but you've got the Devil. It's right next to the Devil. It's underneath this new beginning. It's after this moving on to better times, and it's this Emperor in a very strong position, and he's determining what he will do for himself. So it is possible that you are walking away from a long-term commitment that maybe you felt wasn't good for you, or perhaps both of you weren't working hard enough towards that connection. I'm not entirely sure what's happened here. This energy here on feels more mature. So let me have a look here. And this Knight of Pentacles is mature, and he's taking that pentacle with him somewhere. So this could be a settlement from a marriage that's broken up, or you moving on with your portion of a settlement, or a settlement coming towards you. It's very strange that this lover's in the reverse aspect. And as I said, I'm getting very mature energy from here on in. And even the Hierophant, it looks like this has been some sort of a spiritual moment or a spiritual teacher that you've perhaps sought advice from. But from here on in, there's a lot of strength and a lot of power and a lot of maturity. I'm just going to have to leave it at that, because this is a general reading. It's quite a strange reading anyway, but I'm going to put it out there because I'm sure it applies to someone. It will be very limited probably in who it's applying to. And if this union was not meant to be, or you know, maybe one person was not contributing sufficient to this union, again, the Lovers requires both people put a lot of effort and a lot of work into it. And if only one person's putting the work into it and the other one is not on that part of the journey where they're not emotionally mature or spiritually mature enough to make this connection work, then it does fall apart. So that can be a soul bond that is falling apart, and that happens because sometimes both of you are not at the same level. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope it's been helpful to some. I do apologise for my coughing and sniffling. Of course, now I've come to the end of the reading. That's all over. Thank you very much, Taurus. Bye for now.